we're gonna get into it. Brad, I I reached out to you today and told you that I've devised 12 superlatives for the Indiana football season. I've affectionately called them the Smokies. Like I said before we jumped into that segment, it's throwback to the Sigs Inside, and obviously we have a lot of appreciation for our lineage. And so I'm just gonna rip them. I'm gonna read the award title. I'm gonna read the people I've put on the watch list. I'll let you critique either the title, the list. If you have anything to add, you want to make a comment, and we're just gonna run through it. But this is the Smokies Preseason Watchlist 2025.
Sounds good with me. If you guys haven't figured it out now, I do most of the show off the rep. So it's just another example of that. So I'm excited to get into it. As master of the eye test and a true ball knower, I can pull it off.
These awards aren't in any particular order.
Yeah, of course.
They were just kind of in the order I came up with them in. Award number 1. It's the D'Angelo Pons I'm Being Disrespected Player of the Year. Obviously, going into last season, if you were following along Indiana football Twitter, if you followed people like Buffton Prime, then you knew D'Angelo Pons was a really good player. It took the rest of the country a really long time to figure that one out. There are a couple guys, more than a couple guys on this Indiana football team that people have either A, forgotten about, or B, just aren't giving it enough respect to. So the people I put on the watch list are Brad, Amari Farrell, Ro Hardy, Carter Smith, and Roman Hemby.
Man, so you really broke this down. I mean, there's a few guys for me disrespected. Amari Farrell is probably one of the biggest ones because I actually think he's like elite. I saw him. He's not in the top 8 safeties on Phil Steele, even though he's still a top 15 safety prospect in the same book. You know, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I think Farrell's one of the better safeties in the country, to be honest. And I think he's being massively disrespected. I think he's like, we always talk about the 3 All-Americans. Like, it's like, damn near 4. That's how highly I think of Amari Farrell. Excited to see. He's a true junior. So, like, he's only 3. Like, he's just like Pons. Like, he has had a very similar career to D'Angelo Pons. The only real difference is his freshman year, they weren't winning very much, but he was having the same type of, he was getting a lot of tick as a true freshman and just didn't get enough attention because they're going 2-10 or whatever the fuck they were doing back then. I don't really know pre-sig too much. No, I do, but it doesn't really matter. Then on offense, like Coop, second leading receiver last year, and everyone's like, I'm seeing all this SC buzz. Like, obviously, I think if I had to be honest, the best duo is probably Tate and Smith, just because like Jeremiah Smith holds a ton of weight. But like in terms of like we're comparing twos, like Coop, Mekhi Lemon at USC, and then like Carnell Tate, like I don't think people realize that Coop can arguably be just as good, if not better, than those guys. So I think he's being massively disrespected. And yeah, and if I had to like change the award name, I'm being massively disrespected. Because I don't know if Pons was ever disrespected. I'll change it to who's the guy in the past who's been disrespected? Like a Micah McFadden or a Peyton Ramsey. Those guys.
This is all we're nothing from the BC era. Like I love Micah McFadden. I enjoyed a lot of Tom Allen's LEO football, but this is we are in the Kurt Signetti era.
Peyton Ramsey was a dog, all right? Just admit that.
Yeah, I love Peyton Ramsey too. I'm adding Omar Cooper Jr. onto the watch list as Brad's ads.
That's fair. And who else? Who else did you call?
Farrell, Hardy, Carter Smith, and Hemby.
Hardy, Carter Smith, Hemby. Yeah, those are all fair. I feel like Hemby gets enough love, but yeah, and Smith has a lot of hype.
I feel like he's like a top 5 running back in the conference, and nobody's talking about him that way.
Smith has a lot of hype. If you want to call it, Carter Smith, second team All Big Ten on Phil Steele, so he's getting the hype.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. All right.
You know what I mean? So I would exclude Smith because I think there is hype to Will Smith. I saw a PFF
Will Smith
post about him today.
Carter Smith.
Did I say Will Smith? Yeah. Baseball season, man.
Are you watching the All-Star game right now?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's funny.
Let me know if Ohtani pitches though.
I'm not watching the game. I'm not watching. we got we got awards to get through, Brad.
Yeah, my bad. All right.
We have the next award, the Mario Landino Where Did This Guy Come From award. This is a true freshman that's going to make an impact on this team in a meaningful way. I know that I just said Jalen Hollywood Bell as a hidden gem, so I kind of went away from that. The nominees, Brad, Byron Baldwin Jr., obviously. I think he's one of the best.
Oh, so we just doing it? You nominate them, and I just pick the winner.
No. This is the watch list. We can't. How are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know the answer to who is the best true freshman on the field this year when it's July? But it's just a watch list.
That's a good point.
It's a watch list. Byron Baldwin Jr., C3, Seonta Stewart, and Kyler Garcia. I didn't pick either of the wide receivers because I think they're coming in with enough hype and the fact that both of them could potentially be fighting for a starting spot. Or
I'd throw Davion Chandler and LeBron Bond on there. Low key.
That's fair. You know what? I will put
all the guy come from. I want to highlight Kyler Garcia. So I think there's a real chance like he can find his way into the like if I wanted to really nitpick this depth that we have, I have him at the 3 spot right now. I'm looking at the interior, which I think is very strong, like Tucker, Wheeler, Landino up there. Ratcliffe is I know he's graded really well on PFF. Texas State, we'll see, right? He's no CJ West, right? So
I mean, this is
if you want to find a guy that might be CJ West, it could be Kyler Garcia. Like I know it's a lot to ask for from a true freshman, nose tackle, but he fits that mold greatly. And yeah, I'm excited for his big 94 in your program. He's I'm excited about Kyler Garcia. That's a guy that where it could be like, oh, where did this guy come from? Like no one was talking about him before. Like Baldwin, Chandler, Bond, those are kind of like, outside skill guys that would be as expected, right? Right. And that's kind of like, yeah, of course, like skill guys, I would say there's more opportunity as a true freshman to kind of come in and make an impact. Whereas if you want to go trenches, linebacker, like Ro Hardy making an impact early, like that's a lot harder to do. So I like going Kyler Garcia here, just kind of who I'm kind of eyeing as maybe that true freshman that's able to kind of crack in for some playing time. Like I said, we're loaded, so it's going to be a tall task for him.
Because of your remarks about Ratcliffe, we're going to go here next. The James Carpenter grossly underappreciated grinder of the year.
Yeah, Ratcliffe. That might be exactly what
Dominique Ratcliffe.
He's
Mario Landino.
He's a block eater. Like he's not going to put up the numbers. He's going to eat double teams. That's what he does.
Ratcliffe, Mario Landino, Kyler Garcia, and let me throw another name at you. Jamari Monette.
So just the second and third string D tackles. Okay. And this award is called what again? Can you remind me?
This is the James Carpenter grossly underappreciated grinder of the year.
Underappreciated grinder of the year.
I like Ratcliffe for this. I really do like Ratcliffe.
Can I throw a name on there?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to throw Jeff Utzinger.
Ooh.
I'm going to throw him in there.
Oh.
Special teams ace, walk on, just absolute grinder. That's a guy like big 3-4 in your program. I'm not going to say he's going to get true defensive snaps, but I'm telling you, I mean, this guy, if you throw him out there, I wouldn't hate it. Right. And linebacker is one of those, I think I've said this before, like linebacker is one of those, like as it's hard to get in there as a younger guy, but it's also probably one of the easier positions as a walk-on to find your way onto the field as your career progresses. And Utzinger's a very talented, I remember I complained about his 60 rating in the game, which is somewhat fair because he is, I think still, he might be on scholarship this year because like they're under on scholarships. Like they only had like 80 guys on scholarship. So I imagine like Turvey and Utzinger and maybe a couple other guys might, gotten thrown on scholarship for their senior years. But Utzinger's a junior and he's a guy that's, yeah. When I think grinder, like that's one of the first guys I think of on this team.
I wouldn't be surprised. And
he's a culture setter.
I'm not speaking from any like knowledge or anything. I'm not hearing rumblings, and I haven't seen anything about this. But I wouldn't be surprised if hit like Utzinger and Turvey ended up on scholarship, given the fact that I think they're at 79 or 80 is the official count right now.
I mean,
so they have
they got to be on scholarship. They've done so much for the program. Turvey's, it's his senior year. He's got to be on scholarship at least. Him.
All right, Brad. This might be my favorite. This might be my favorite award. This is
can I throw one other guy on there?
Yeah.
James Bomba.
Ooh.
And Nowakowski. I like Nowakowski. I think he's gonna. I'm curious to see how he fits into the offense, considering he's more of an H-back rather than a true like Y receiver.
I'm telling you, we're gonna see some. I really think we're gonna see a lot of like 2-back, 3-back formations. Like I think that's going to be a new wrinkle of this offense, and we're going to see a lot of play action boot, which will just they move the quarterback,
which will involve
0.25% of the time.
Nowakowski grinders.
Mm-hmm. So I like that. I like that a lot. This is the Elijah Hardy. No, seriously, where did this guy come from? Award.
Yeah, the zero. We don't have too many 0 stars on this roster besides Ro Hardy, but
exactly. So I have Zachary Smith, Hollywood Bell, Garrett Reese, Blake Thierry, and Sean Cuono.
No, seriously, where'd this guy come from? That's so funny. I've always been pretty high on Thierry. He needs more peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, as in he needs to get his weight up. He was in track shape like 2 months ago for like long jump and hurdles. So like he's got pounds to add on, but I mean, if he can get there, that's a guy that's a playmaker. That's a guy that can catch the ball and do something with it after the catch. So it's just all about him getting beefed up enough to where he's valuable in the run game. And yeah, that's the type of like, I might be a little, it might not be a popular opinion, but I kind of lean athletic receiving tight end that you can beef up and coach up to block rather than trying to teach a blocking tight end to catch a ball. I just think it's a little backwards for me. I like leaning like your AJ Barner mold is kind of like my favorite type of tight end, like the 6'6", 240 can go out wide and run really good routes. That's how I see Blake Thierry, and he could be that guy. Like, where the hell did this guy come from? That is the guy that really stands out for. No, seriously, where did he go? Even though we've been talking about, if you listen to this show, you know we're pretty. He's
the first and so far only freak of the week.
Because he is a freak. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, we'll name it. Now he's the 2-time freak of the week. How about that? I'm gonna give it to him. I'm just gonna give it to him every week. How about that?